Shakur Stevenson defeats William Zepeda. Boxing Clinic 101 live on pay-per-view. Hello, fight fans. This is Coach Nathan of unanimous Champion Power Boxing, back at you again with a recap of the Masterclass Boxing Clinic displayed this past weekend, but still has the boxing world buzzing today. And that's as Shakur Stevenson successfully defended his WBC lightweight title at the Louis Armstrong Arena in New York City. Now, as we know, this was the co-main event to Hamza Shiraz's explosive, demolition-style fifth-round knockout over Edgar Berlanga. And both these fights, as well as the undercard, was well worth the ticket, just as I stated in my preview. What Shakur demonstrated was in part the essence of boxing, or why it's often been called the sweet science. And that's the ability to hit and not get hit. The other part is based on what I heard the legendary trainer Gil Clancy say years ago. Now this pertains to counterpunching. And that's if you slip a punch, punch. If you block a punch, punch. If you duck a punch, punch. And if you get hit with a punch, punch. Once again, this pertains to counterpunching because when you make them miss, you're right there to make them pay. All done while standing in the pocket, meaning right in front of your opponent, with little movement, no running, because running puts you out of range and out of position to effectively land your counterpunches. Shakur dominated all three scorecards and was never hurt. Now, regarding that third round stumble, which some observers thought he was hurt or staggered, replays showed that his feet were in a position to put him on balance, as he ended the round throwing combinations while smiling at his opponent. And this is not some special instinct that only a few fighters are born with, which I heard some casuals mention, as if you're just born to do magic tricks in the ring. No, it's just a few trainers teach this. Case in point, go on YouTube and look at the training footage of Floyd Money Mayweather and Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, and check out in particular how they work the speed bag, reflex or double end bags, and the defensive drills done with their coaches, and how they spar. Now you can spar defensively so you can see the punches coming, so you know when to slip, block, or duck, or just beat the snot out of your sparring partner, post it on social media, and then brag about it, which a lot of fighters are doing nowadays. So in this case, much credit goes to Shakur's trainer and grandfather, Wally Moses, who's been around the East Coast boxing scene for years, and has been with Shakur since he was 5 years old, culminating his amateur career with an Olympic silver medal. As for what's next, there's recent talk of a move up in weight for a mega money matchup against the UK's welterweight contender, Conor Benn. What most hardcore boxing fans and Shakur's promoters hope for is a unification mega matchup against the WBA and fellow unbeaten champion Gervonta Tank Davis. Of course, he has to first overcome not only the huge challenge of Lamont Roach, but also the self-destructive habit of laying hands on women. And if you don't believe it's self-destructive, now there's obvious examples in the media today, but for you young students of the fight game, go and study the life and the results of that lifestyle of a boxing great from yesteryear who had the same problem, and that's the Argentinian former undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Carlos Monzon. So that's my take on this one, folks. Hopefully this weekend's fights are just as exciting, but don't forget, for elite boxing instruction, elite boxing analysis, and elite boxing philosophy, click that like and notification button, share it and subscribe to me, Coach Nathan, at NS Champ 7 Power Boxing.